Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We will go ahead and get started on page 1 with Ma Yafeh Hayom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. How wonderful is the Sabbath day. We wish everyone Shabbat Shalom. We continue on page 2 at the bottom with Havenu Shalom Aleichem. Havenu Shalom Aleichem. Havenu Shalom Aleichem. Havenu Shalom Aleichem. Havenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem. On the top of page 3. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad, hinei ma tov. Shevet achim gam yachad, hinei ma tovu manayim. Shevet achim gam yachad. How good and pleasant it is when people live together as one family. On page 4, we turn for a Misha Berach, for a prayer for healing. If you're thinking of someone, I encourage you to hold them in your heart, someone that you need a little bit of healing for. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We continue with the English on the bottom of page 4, and we read together. Dear God, grant Shabbat rest and Shabbat peace to Jerusalem. As the shadows of the afternoon are already growing long, bless us with twilight's majestic moment. Shabbat arrives along with the evening's crimson sky, and peace descends with white angel wings upon us. All the towers in the town bow down in worship, and a great light is kindled in the darkness of our eyes. So grant Shabbat peace and Shabbat rest in Jerusalem. On page 5, we continue with Yedid Nefesh. Yedid Nefesh Av Harachaman Meshoch Avdecha Eretz Onecha Yarutz Avdecha Kemo Ayel Yishtachaveh El Muhadarecha Teravlo Yendidutecha Mino Fetsuv Vechotam Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai dai Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai dai Adonai Ziv ha'olam Nafshi cholat ahavatecha Ana elna refahanala Behar otla noam zivecha Az tichazek v'tihitrafeh v'ha'ayta laha simchat olam Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai dai Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai dai V'atik yehemuna Rachamecha V'chusana Al ben Alvecha Ki zekama nichsafti Lihirot ben tiferet uzecha Elechamda libi V'chusana Ve'atit alam Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai dai Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai dai Higalehena Ufros chavivi alai Et sukat shelomecha Ta'ir eretz mikvodecha Nagila v'nismecha bach Maher ehov kiva moed V'chaneinu ki me'olam Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai dai Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai 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 Yadadai dai dai. We continue on page 6 at the bottom with Lechu Neranena. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Ladonai. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Ladonai. Naria, Naria, Letzor Hishenu, Nekad Mapana Betodah. Naria, Naria, Dor Ishenu Bizmirot Narialo. Oh, come, let us sing to the eternal. Let us call in joy to the rock of our salvation. We continue on page 7 with Dodi Li. Dodi Li va'ani lo haroeh bashoshanim. Dodi Li va'ani lo haroeh bashoshanim. Mihizot olah mihin hamidbar, mihizot olah. Mekuteret mor uvona. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh bashoshanim. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh bashoshanim. Libavtini achoti chala, libavtini chala. Libavtini achoti chala, libavtini chala. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh bashoshanim. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh bashoshanim. Urit safam uvoit eman. Urit safam uvoit eman. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh bashoshanim. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh bashoshanim. The English of Dodi Li can be found on the top of page 8. My beloved is mine, and I am my beloved, the one who guides me through the flower garden. Who is this one who comes up from the wilderness? Who is this one perfumed with myrrh and frankincense? You have charmed me, dear one, my bride. You have charmed me, my bride. Awake, north wind, come south wind, come south wind. We continue with meditation number 1 on page 8. When all seems dark, we light a light to guide our way. When it is time to relax, we gaze at the flickering flame. When it is time to rejoice, we decorate our table with lights. When it is time to remember, candles warm our hearts. Our Shabbat lights are lights of comfort and joy, peace and memory. May we find blessings for ourselves, our loved ones, our people, and our world as we kindle the lights of Shabbat, the day of rest and peace. On page 9, we read together in the English, lighting the Shabbat candles. As the day grows dim and the sun sets, and darkness spreads across the sky, we bid farewell to the cares of the week and welcome the Shabbat with light, with the light of love, the light of joy, the light of hope and memory. May we be blessed on this day of rest as we kindle our Shabbat lights. We turn to page 10 for the lighting of the Shabbat candles. I invite you to sing along with me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. On the bottom of page 10, Yismechu v'malachutecha Shomrei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha Shomrei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat. Mekadeshei Shvi'i Shabbat Kulam Yisbe'u Vehitangu Mituvecha Shabbat Yismechu V'malachutecha Shomrei Shabbat V'korei oneg Shabbat Uvashvi'i Ratzita bo v'kidashto Shabbat Chemdat Yamim Oto karata Shabbat Yismechu v'malachutecha Shomrei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat Zecher L'maseh Bereshit Shabbat Zecher L'maseh Bereshit Shabbat Yismechu v'malachutecha Shomrei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat. On page 11, Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashavrei, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Malachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seidchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. On page 10 for Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekavela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad Hishmianu el hamiuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'Shemo tiferet belitchila, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Ki hi mikor habracha, Merosh mikedem nesucha, Sof maseh b'machshavat tchila, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Yamin usmol tihi frotzi, Veit Adonai ta'aritzi, Al yadish ben partzi, Venismecha venagila, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Bawi v'shalom ateret bala, Gam besimcha v'tzala, Toch emurnei am segula, Bawi chala, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. On page 13 at the bottom, Mizmor Shir. Mizmor Shir leyom haShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, Ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, Uzamer l'shimcha elyon. On the top of page 14 in the English, a song for the Shabbat. It is good to exalt the Eternal, to sing praises to your name, O Most High, to proclaim your steadfast love each morning, to tell of your faithfulness each night, to the music of the lute and the melody of the harp. In the middle of page 14, we read together in the English, The righteous will flourish like the date palm. They will grow tall as a cedar in Lebanon, planted in the house of the Eternal. They will flourish in the courtyards of our God. They will remain fruitful in old age. They will be ever vigorous and fresh, to declare the uprightness of the Eternal, my rock in whom there is nothing amiss. On the bottom of page 4, Yesmechu hashamayim, Yesmechu hashamayim, Yesmechu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam u'mela'o, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam u'mela'o. On the top of 15, we continue with Esa Einai. Esa Einai el heharim, me'ahin me'ahin yavo esri. Esa Einai el heharim, me'ahin me'ahin yavo esri. Esri me'im Adonai, oseh shamayim va'aretz. Esri me'im Adonai, oseh shamayim va'aretz. I lift up my eyes to the mountains, from whence does my help come? I lift up my eyes to the mountains, from whence does my help come? My help comes from from the Eternal One, Maker of heaven and earth. My help comes from the Eternal One, Maker of heaven and earth. We continue with the interpretive Ahavat Olam on 15. We are loved by an unending love. We are embraced by arms that find us, even when we are hidden from ourselves. We are touched by fingers that soothe us, even when we are too proud for soothing. We are counseled by voices that guide us, even when we are too embittered to hear. We are loved by an unending love. We are supported by hands that uplift us, even in the midst of a fall. We are urged on by eyes that meet us, even when we are too proud for meeting. We are loved by an unending love. Embraced, touched, soothed, and counseled are our arms, the fingers, the voices. Ours are the hands, the eyes, the smiles. We are loved by an unending love. Blessed are you, beloved one, who loves your people, Israel. On page 16 for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, v'chol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha, v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta ba'am, v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha b'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha uv'shartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafo bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'hisharecha. On the top of page 17. Leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim lelohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim v'yod lachem lelohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem emet. We continue on page 17 with Vishamru. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. B'ni uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, oti le'olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ubeyom hashvi'i Shabbat beinafash, Shabbat beinafash, Shabbat beinafash, Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. On page 18 in the middle, we read the Hebrew and the English together. Harachaman hu yivarech otanu kulanu yachad birkat shalom. May the merciful one bless all of us with the blessing of shalom. We continue with the priestly blessing. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God shine upon you and deal kindly with you. May God always turn towards you and give you peace. We can find Oseh Shalom on the top of page 19. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru, amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. May the one who makes peace in the high heavens make peace for us, for all Israel, and all who inhabit this earth. And let us say, amen. We continue with Cherubim in the middle of page 19. Az ich will singen lecha dodi, sollst du singen Cherubim. Az ich will singen likras kala, sollst du singen Cherubim. Lecha dodi Cherubim, likras kala Cherubim. Lecha dodi likras kala Cherubim bam bam Cherubim, Cherubim, Cherubim bam bim bam bim bam Cherubim, Cherubim, Cherubim bam bim bam bim bam. Oi Cherubim bam bam, oi Cherubim bam bam. Oi Cherubim bam bam, Cherubim bam bam. We turn to page 21 for a mourner's Kaddish. If you're in a period of mourning, I invite you to say along with me on page 21. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbi, ve'amad yivrach yirteh, ve'amlich malchuteh, v'chayachon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'gala u'v'zman kariv ve'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbi mevarach le'olam u'lemei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei kedusha b'rechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran, Ve'alma, Ve'yimru. Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chayim Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'yimru. Amen. Oseh Shalom Ben Bermav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'yimru. Amen. May the one who creates peace in the heavens above grant peace to us, to all Israel, to all who share this world, and let us say, Amen. Achat sha'alti me'et Adonai ota avakesh. Achat sha'alti me'et Adonai ota avakesh. Shivti beveit Adonai kol yamei chayai. Lachazo ben Noam Adonai ulevaker behechalo. Lachazo ben Noam Adonai ulevaker behechalo. There is only one thing that I ask from the beloved God. There is only one thing that I seek, that I may dwell in the Eternal's house all the days of my life, to behold God's pleasant presence and to abide in God's stately home. We prepare now for the Kiddush on page 23. Vayir vihu boker yom hashishi, vayechul hashemayim v'aretz v'chol teva'am, vayechal Elohim b'yom hashvi'i melachto asher asa, vayishbot b'yom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa, vayevarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i v'kadesh oto, ki bo shavat mikol melachto asher bara Elohim la'asot. Savri Chavarai, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei peri hagafen. On page 24. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, V'yahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaram lemaseh bereshit, ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh, zecher letziyat mitzrayim, ki vanu v'charta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol hamim, ve'shabbat kodshecha, ve'ahava uvratzon inchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. L'chaim. Hamotzi can be found on the bottom of page 24. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom, my friends. I hope you have a beautiful and restful Shabbat.